Back again on a Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Yeah, I know that you all are still awake. I know that you all are still awake, especially after watching that Chicago Bears game versus the Green Bay Packers. Did you all see that game? The Bears came back in the second half. Mm-hmm. Outrageous. They say that they were known, or we Chicagoans know that they are known to be a fourth quarter team. Caleb Williams laid it down tonight. Sent the Packers home packing. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, next week, the Chicago Bears play who? Seattle. Another good game that's going to take place. Now, if you all were not watching the game, you were probably in between like I was, because I was watching the figure skating, the men's national champs. Yeah, I was watching that. And of course, Maximo got it in. Ilya Malinin. Yeah, Ilya. He got one of those weird names, He from Vienna, Yeah, that's where he's from. So they did a great thing out there tonight in St. Louis. Some people made history tonight. Some people got away to the 2030 Olympics. That's just the way it goes. But skating was off the chain. Okay. And I want to thank everybody out there that's in the chat room right now. I want to say thank you for being here, because you could have been somewhere else with someone else doing something else. Or you can just be doing it by yourself, okay? Yeah, we're having a fantastic time tonight. Yeah, I just came in, still got my jacket on. I had to get out the scrub cap, just drop something on real fast, What has your Saturday night been like? What is your weekend like? Is it a good weekend? Is it a bad weekend? Are you feeling bad? Are you feeling good? Are you staying away from those ice people? Are you staying away from those ice people? That's what we want to know. But needless to say, you all, the Chicago Bears, moving forward in this playoff episode, okay? Do you think they'll make it past Seattle Seahawks? Do you think that they will, pack it up at home, seeing that the next game is also in Chicago? Who's out there? I want to thank you for being here, whatever your name is, whatever city and state that you're from. And if this is your first time watching this channel, we ask that you continue to watch the channel. We also ask that you press the subscribe button. Yeah, hit the notification bell and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. Yeah, go Bears. Go Bears, okay? Now, we got a lot of crazy things that's continuously going on in the city and everything. No need to really talk about it, because it's all death, murder, crime, robbery. Same story. Sad that you have to read the newspaper and see a lot of the same things that you saw yesterday, that you saw last week. That, the news. Things that keep you informed. A lot of information. The news. But there's a lot of things that's different in the news as well. But you just have to be careful of what you read. Be careful of what you read and believe half of what you see and hear. That's right. Believe half of what you see and here. In other words, connect the dots. Connect the dots. You know, here it is that they send us to school. You know, your parents have to get you enrolled in school, or you can homeschool, okay? But needless to say, you're educated, supposedly, right? But if we're educated, we're supposed to make more educated decisions. But it seems to me that we don't. Not at all. And speaking of education, here it is. You got this lady that works in the suburbs at a school. Her name is not worth mentioning. Why is that, Mo? Because she got caught stealing $1.5 million in chicken wings. Just chicken. You know, 1.5 million, stealing it from the school and then reselling it on the street. Yeah, they popped up Milli Vanilli. Yeah, that's crazy. Here it is, you work at a school and you work in the cafeteria and you are in charge of ordering inventory, making sure everything comes through so that children can have something to eat. But she was taking food out of the mouths of children for years. For years. $1.5 million worth of chicken. How much is that on the street? How much was she selling it for in a box? How much? And she got 9 years. Now here in Illinois, I don't know if they consider school, you know, a commercial theft or commercial robbery. You know, it's a school. So it's state for sure. But she only has to do half of the time. She got to do 9 years. And if she gets some good time, which is 6 months, you know, that breaks it down, you know, to 4 years. If she's never been in prison. And I don't think she's never been in prison. And if I'm not mistaken, she's 58 years old. Yeah. Stealing from the kids. It's hard times out here. Do you hear me? It's hard times out here. Who we got out there? I gotta put my jammies on right now. Oh, I gotta play in real. I'm coming right about now. You know? Okay. That time we can see now. Okay. Who we got out there? Louise Beaudridge. Carly Susu. It's simply Gwen. It is simply Gwen. Alex Morales. I want to shout out to everybody that's out there. Shouts out to Alex. Shout out to It's Simply Gwen. Shouts out to Carly. Shouts out to Louise. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. And by the way, if you all haven't done so already, make sure that you press the like button. Press that like button. Let's get those likes up in the building. What does the like do? It helps the video to have a little bit more traffic, okay? Help a brother out. Help a brother out. Smash up the likes, okay? We appreciate that. Our subs, thank you very much, Louise Beaudridge. Thank you very much for subscribing. Carly, are you Christian? Well, if you want to get religious, I'm Christian, I'm Muslim, I'm Hebrew, I'm Catholic, I'm all of that wrapped up in one. How about that? I'm wrapped up in one. That's right. Knowledgeable in all of those areas. Okay. What about you? Are you a Christian? Are you a Muslim? Are you Do you go up under Catholicism? Judaism? Are you a Hebrew? What about you out there, Carly? Huh? Oh my God. Oh, somebody left one of those dirty messages, okay? Was it hell for review? Oh, did nobody leave that yet? We have no antagonizers in the building. We have no haters in the building, at least not yet. But all of you haters, hey, we ain't giving you no love. But we thank you for tuning in. Hey, how are you doing today? I'm doing all right there, Alex. I'm doing pretty well, man. Trying to stay afloat, trying to keep bills paid, trying to keep food on the table and doing my best to stay away from ice. What about you? I'm going to tell you, talking about ice right now, I want to send my condolences to Keith Porter's family. If you all do not know who Keith Porter is, he was the middle-aged man, black man, shot and killed by an off-duty ICE agent. An off-duty ICE agent in LA. And this happened on the 31st of December. He did not even get to see the New Year's come in. According to the report, he may have caused his own death because he was celebrating shots in the air, pow, 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 with an AR-15. Huh? And just so happens, the off-duty ICE agent stayed in the same apartment complex that Keith Porter did. He heard the gunshots, pulled out his itchy, cut off Keith Porter's TV. You know what, the Department of Homeland Security said, okay? He was just doing his job. Oh, damn. It's always they was just doing their job. Now, just think about it. It's been 2 weeks, right? From the 31st to now. We're just going to call it 2 weeks. What's today? The 10th, the 11th. We'll give or take almost 2 weeks. So that's almost a person every week thus far in this new year, whereas ICE agents, whether they were on duty or off duty, caused the death of a U.S. citizen. Now, if you really ask me, I think that the off-duty ICE agent could have handled it differently. He knows that people shoot guns on New Year's Eve, going into New Year's. That is a national thing, especially here in Chicago. But in New York, it's a little bit different, seeing that there are not supposed to be any guns in New York. But you know how that go. Guns are everywhere. And we don't make none. We don't make no guns, but we got a lot of them. Ooh. How does that work? Are we in the wrong business? Are we in the wrong business? Who is that out there? Alex. Wolfman. What's going on, Wolfman? Kane Bible Lover. What's going on, Kane Bible Lover? Shouts out to Kane Bible Lover. Shouts out to Wolfman. Okay? Yeah. Please, can I have a shout out? I just gave it to you. Can I get a thumbs up? Can I get a thumbs up? I just gave you the shout out. Fair exchange, ain't no robberies around here, okay? That's right. Fair exchange is no robberies around here. Yeah. Stay away from ICE. And my condolences once again to Renee Nicole's Goodman family, okay? That whole situation could have been handled differently. I was your first sub. That's what's up. Oh, Canaan Bible Lover. I'm sorry. I thought it was Cain. I'm sorry. It's Canaan Bible Lover. We appreciate you for being in the building. And by the way, you all, if this is your first time watching this channel, we ask that you smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE. And also press those condiments to like and to share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers. Yes, co-workers, Anybody that you don't, that you come into contact with, okay? Had a little tongue twist. Sorry about that. Who we got out there? We appreciate you all, okay? Now, we're going to move this issue straight to the issue, okay? Give me a hot second. I'll be right back. Woo! We back, okay? We back, okay? And we back with some serious thought, some serious thinking, critical thinking, which they don't allow you to do in the school system because they teach you how to think versus having critical thinking, okay? And in this world that we're living in today, dealing with the political figures that we're dealing with today, we have to have a education about these person and have people and have some critical thinking about these people as well as our own selves, right? Hey, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. Hey, what's going on, Canaan Bible Lover out there, okay? Now, Donald Trump. How many of you all out there voted for him? Raise your hand. I didn't know, but I want you to raise your hand. If you voted for Donald Trump, press the 1 button right now. The number 1. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Press number 1 if you voted for Donald Trump. Press number 2 if you didn't. I voted for Trump. Who is that? Canaan Bible Lover? Okay, Canaan Bible Lover, let me ask you a question. Seeing that you voted for Trump, are you happy with the moves that Trump is making? Are you like a real MAGA lover, or are you one of those supporters who wish that they had not voted for him? Just asking. Because a lot of people out there were not educated on who Donald Trump is. That's why I'm asking. Nor did they have a critical thinking process before they voted for him. I mean, if you voted for him, great. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. That's your decision. That's your decision. I don't hold that against you. No, I don't hold anything against anybody who voted for Donald Trump. I don't. I really don't. I just feel that from an educated mind state that many people were unaware of what they were getting into when they voted for him. Who we got out there? Javari, what's going on? Can I share a testimony? Sure, you can share a testimony, Javari. Shouts out to Javari for being here, man. We appreciate you. Ming Hoskins, 8574. Shouts out to Ming Hoskins, 8574. Shouts out to Nick Weldon. Shouts out to Nick Weldon. If I mispronounce your name, I'm very sorry, but I'm being very sincere when I send my shouts out. Edgar Villasnor. Edgar Villasnor, did I pronounce your name right? If I didn't, I'm sorry, but I send you a shout out too. I send a shout out to everybody in the chat room for being here, because you could have been somewhere else doing something else, or you could have been doing it by yourself, okay? But you stopped by here to see what we had to say, so we tip our hat to you. Yeah, we sincerely tip our hat to you. Can I get a thumbs up and that like button there? Huh? Let me get a thumbs up, you all. I appreciate you all for being here. But Donald Trump, getting back to him. You have all of these YouTubers, big YouTubers like Poppy from the Bronx, you know, Haas Campbell, you know, Young Pharaoh, and other people of black descent. They told you, these big YouTubers told you to vote for Donald Trump. Are you satisfied with your vote? That's the question. That's the question. And who was that? Damn. Was that Canaan Bible Lover? Yeah, Canaan Bible Lover. You say that you voted for him. Are you happy that you voted for him? Javari, I found my people. What's going on? I'm glad they voted for Trump. Okay. Javari said, I used to be a MAGA supporter to the point where I hated anyone who didn't support him. Thankfully, I'm no longer a MAGA, and I went full left since last year. Shouts out to you. Shouts out to you. Did you all see what Havari just wrote? Did you all see what Havari just wrote? Many of you all may feel that way. And some of you all feel that way and don't even say that you feel that way. That took a lot of courage for Javari out there to say what he said. Anybody else out there got a pair on them, okay? Anybody out there got, else got a pair, got some cojones, okay? Yeah, I regret rooting for him in 2024. Definitely not getting my support in 2028. That's what's up. He can't even run no more, Now, he says that he's going to do a third term, but according to the U.S. Constitution, he can't do that. And Congress can't allow him to do that. But there's a lot of things that he's doing right now that Congress hasn't approved. And Congress not saying nothing. These are the people that we vote for. You see, these are the things that he does. He follows his own mind. He doesn't follow the Constitution. He don't follow law. He follows his own mind. And he even told you that when he gave you his, he gave the whole nation his speech. And he said that he follows his own mind, his own thoughts, not the thoughts from the people that put him in office, not the thought of the Senate, not the thoughts of the House, but his thoughts. Damn, we in trouble. We're in a whole lot of trouble, okay? Love Trump. Who is that out there? 420 Goody. 420. Shouts out to 420 Goody. Shouts out to 420 Goody. I like that. Who else we got out here? Mahmuda 1. What happens? Shouts out to Mahmuda. Shouts out to 110 Solutions. Shouts out to MAGA Man. We got MAGA Man. We got MAGA Man in the building. Hey, MAGA Man, let me ask you a question. Just like I asked Canaan Bible Lover, do you regret that you voted for Trump? Are your family members Happy that you voted for Trump? Did your family members vote for Trump? You know, like you got those people in Utah, you know, you don't have to ask. Ask, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Trump. But Trump seems to me is going to get America in trouble. And Trump even knows that he started some shit, okay? He knows he's starting some, you know, he know it. He even said it. He knows that he's starting some things that he shouldn't be starting. He knows that Congress doesn't approve of what he's doing, but he got Congress and the Supreme Court in his pocket. This is the problem that we Americans are having in regards to trying to impeach this guy. He's got everybody in his pocket. Sheesh. That's scary, right? You know, it's more like you either get down or lay down. Either get down or lay down. That's the way Trump got it going on right now. You want to get down or lay down? Which one are you doing? I'm just saying. Who we got? He can be vice president. Who's that, MAGA man? Yeah, he can be. He can't go for the third term in president. You're right. You know, no, we know we right at that, but he can run for vice president. This is true. And whoever gets to be president after Trump, and Trump gets to run for vice president, you might as well say he's still president. He won't be like a J.D. Vance right now, you know. No, Trump will actually be running it still. So how can we impeach this man? Like for right now, to save us any immediate smoke that we got coming, because we got smoke coming. We as Americans got some smoke coming at the tail end from the decisions that this dictator, Donald Trump, is making. Donald Trump says, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. You know, we ain't did nothing. I don't even know you. Do you know Donald Trump? What's the we? We ain't got nothing to do with this. We're not sharing no spoils of war. You're not providing us with anything. Who is the we? It ain't me. Is it you? Are you a part of the we? Even for those supporters that's out there, like Canaan Bible lover, is Trump giving you anything? Is Trump sending you a check? Is Trump, you know, paying your rent? Is Trump helping you with your food? Is Trump helping you with your gas? Is Trump helping you with your medical expenses? And speaking of medical expenses, Trump has taken funds away from the veterans and he gave it over to Israel. Damn. Now, is that right? Is that cool? Is that kosher? Is that an okay move for the American veterans who fought for this country? Do you think that the service members who are under the control of Donald Trump and his dictatorship, do you think they're happy with Donald Trump? Donald Trump says fight. They got to fight. They may not disagree. They may not agree with him. They may not agree with him, but if he say fight, you got to go fight. Do you think they feel okay about Trump making these moves? Huh? You're a what? You're a W. What's a W? What's the W? Canaan Bible lover. What's the W? Can you answer me that? You're a W. What's that? Can we do a collab? Sure, we can do a collab. I would love to do a collab with you, Canaan Bible lover. I would love to do a collab with you. Who is this out here? Anna? This is a dictatorship. Anna B. Gadam? Shouts out to Anna out there, okay? Sorry if I mispronounce your name, Anna. Michael, Trump is a OG for sure. Trump is an OG for sure. Who is that? Michael. Z4040. Yeah, he's a gangster. No question. Trump is most definitely a gangster. If you never seen a gangster, Trump is a gangster. You see one on TV every time he comes across the screen. Every time you turn on the news and you hear about what he did, you are looking at or hearing the moves of a gangster. Now, is he right in all of his gangsterism? Possibly not, okay? Just like he pulled that move over there in Venezuela, you know, hijacked them, hostile takeover for their oil and everything, you know. Is that what America do? Is that what America do or does? Trump is over there right now. Well, he's planning on going right now to Greenland. Did y'all hear that? Now, Greenland is not going to be like Venezuela, okay? In fact about it, let's do a little history of Venezuela real quick before we get to Greenland. Now, Venezuela had all of those oil cargoes or refinery trucks. Trump got some of those. They want those 303 billion barrels. That is a lot of oil. 303 billion barrels. Now, that's a lot of oil. That's almost equal to what Saudi Arabia has on reserve, okay? That's a lot of oil. And who else is under Saudi Arabia? Somebody else is under Saudi Arabia. But needless to say, right, they went in, they're going to destabilize the country. They're going to reformat it to how they want it. The U.S., not the U.S., Donald Trump. Donald Trump is going to go over there, destabilize it, redo their whole demonstration. People over there are not going to like U.S. citizens. They're not going to like them because of the image and the stain that Donald Trump has left in their memory. Not only in their memory, but in their hearts and in their soul. Yeah, it's like they're going in and recolonizing these people. Yeah. When you take somebody money, when you go in there and take somebody money and you destabilize their current economy system, that means you're going to colonize them. You're going to make them adapt to a way of living that is yours and not theirs. And that's what's going to happen in Venezuela. And you know that Donald Trump said that they won't have a president over there for quite some time, which means that they're going to be over there for a minute, pillaging, plundering, strategizing, restructuring. They're going to be doing all that over there, you know. I know them Venezuelan people over there mad as ever right now, okay? Who we got out there? Trump is the OG for sure. Okay. Jimmy. Shouts out to Jimmy. 45481. You'll get droned. Hey, now speaking of droning, you know, Jimmy got a point, okay? Jimmy got a point because last week they used some drones here in Chicago to capture those bandits who were stealing from the boxcars. Yeah, over there on 68th and Stewart, somewhere over there. And they used drones to catch the culprits. So, Michael, I send my shots out to you because you are correct. You will get droned. What else we got out here? Jimmy, what's there's good? Okay, somebody talking to you, Jimmy. Huh? Somebody talking to you, Jimmy. Havari is talking to you. Talking to everybody out here. Right, you are TDS if you can't say how good the economy is positioned. Anna, autocratic. Dictatorship, 1, 2, 3. Dictatorship, 1, 2, 3. Hey, let me ask you all a question. Oh, we got so many people going on here. I appreciate everybody here in the chat, 100, right? I'm going to go back and send shots out to everybody in the chat as soon as I can. You know, have to do it slowly but surely. And if this is your first time chiming in to this channel, we ask that you do what? Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, okay? And share. Subscribe, yes, subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. We appreciate you. We tip our hat to you, okay? But getting back to this Trump thing here, and the comments here, America needs the Iranian oil. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. If we got Venezuela, what's more? Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to what's more. We're gonna get to what's more. I ain't forgot what I'm talking about here. And I thank you for subbing. Somebody said they just subscribed. Who was that? Anna, what's going on, Anna? Anna, I thank you. Shouts out to Anna. We thank you for subscribing. And by the way, you all, we are working our way to get 7,500 subscribers. We are working our way to reach 7,500 subscribers. It's a small number, but we're building. 10 midgets make a giant, okay? 10 midgets make a giant. So every subscribe, like, and share counts. And we appreciate that. Okay? Who we got out there? The Iranian people are taking their freedom back. America needs the Iranian oil. Love. That's Anna. Ray M. Ray M, what's up? What's got? Ray M, what you say? The original German name of the Trump family was Drumpf, which was later anglicized by Donald Trump's grandfather. Okay, we know he German. We know he one of those Heil Hitlers. We know he one of those Heil Hitlers, you know. Yeah. And if you don't think Donald Trump is a Heil Hitler, you know, you may want to think again. You may want to think again. Now, Venezuela. Michael Lawson. Shouts out to Michael Lawson. He's anywhere. Fake news. He's not going anywhere. Fake news. Message here for review. Dashing Singh? Are you from Bangkok somewhere? You know, just sounds like one of those names. If I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. Porjit. 7177. Shouts out. Shouts out to you. I don't know, XXXXX. He said to invade tonight, but his generals refused. Did y'all hear what XXXXXX just said? He wanted his generals to invade right now, but they said no. How does that work? Now, I don't know about you, but having military experience and the president tells the general to move, y'all think about it. Anybody know, anybody heard of a general not following the orders of the president? Anybody? Not following the direct order. That's like, what they call that? Somebody help me out. What they call that? When you're a subordinate and, you don't follow the orders. Yeah, I forgot the word. It's on my tongue, but I forgot it, right now. Who was that? CALOA. Shouts out to CALOA. Okay, shouts out to Edward Marsh. Yeah, Edward Marsh. Oldenburger. You are my favorite rapper, Oldenburger. Man, I'm not a rapper, man. I make videos, I make documentaries and commercials, but I'm not a rapper, okay? But anyway, back to Trump, you all. Because this is the meat of this thing, okay? This is the meat of this right now. When Trump goes over to Greenland, it's not going to be like Venezuelan. He's going to have to deal with China, and he's going to have to deal with Russia. Okay? Now, China got this hydrogen bomb, okay? And the leader of China said that they ain't going nowhere. And he told Trump to stand down. Yeah, he told Trump to stand down in a way because he said that Trump, will fire the missile. I can't say the U.S. because they ain't got nothing to do with those decisions. Do you have something to do with the decisions that Donald Trump makes? But he's including you in the decisions that he's making, yet not giving you nothing. Putting a bad stain on your name. Putting a bad stain on your family. But anyway, that Chinese man said, hey, man, you better stand down, bro. Because you're going to fire the first missile. And you won't be able to fire no more. Oh, damn. Now, that's what the Chinese man said. Do you all think China playing? Do you think that Chinese man playing with Donald Trump? I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, everybody is preparing for war. Everybody is preparing for war. But he also got Russia to deal with too. Okay? And I think now that may go a little different. Because him and Putin, they got something going on. Not to mention, I think Donald Trump's wife is Russian. I'm just... I think his wife is Russian. So, But anyway, right? Donald Trump says that the United States is going to invade Greenland whether they like it or not. Whether they like it or not. He said that we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. Damn. Going to take somebody else's shit. Going to take somebody else's shit. But this time, it's going to be a little bit different. Why does Donald Trump want Greenland so bad? Anybody out there? I want to tell you why. Greenland has a lot of gold. Greenland has a lot of gas. Greenland has a lot of oil. Greenland has a lot of uranium. Greenland has a lot of zinc. Greenland has a lot of tungsten. Yeah, a lot of tungsten. Now, if you all don't know what tungsten is Tungsten is an essential natural element that is needed for your cell phone, for your computer, for your PlayStation games, for your Xbox games. You need tungsten in order to make that work. And we don't have really no tungsten here, okay? We really don't. North Korea has a lot of tungsten, Pyongyang, DMZ. Yeah, they got a lot of tungsten over there. But in this age of technology that we're living in, citizens of this country is going to need tungsten if we want to keep these devices. And Donald Trump is willing to cut people's TVs off in order to get it. Gangster. Can we survive without tungsten? Of course we can. We'll still be buying it, meaning the U.S., not we, but the U.S. will still be buying it from North Korea, and he's tired of buying it from North Korea, so he's going to go get it, take it from Greenland. Now, the oil and the gas in Greenland, they have great potential to become an extensive warehouse of oil. Great potential. But if you look at all of the natural resources that I just gave you, oil, gas, uranium, iron, tungsten, zinc, copper, and copper. Those things that they make the pennies out of, those heating pipes that you have behind the walls for your shower and all of that stuff. Copper. That's a lot of natural resources that Trump is willing to invade without the permission of Congress. Did y'all hear me? He is willing to invade this country without the permission of Congress, just like he invaded Venezuela without the permission of Congress. Anybody out there? Dictatorship 1000. What we got here? What we got out here? The general must don't like Trump. No, they don't like Trump. In fact, about it, Edward Marsh, there's a lot of military soldiers that's out there that don't like Trump. They hate that they're in the military right now. There are a lot of service members in this country hated right now that they're in the military under Trump and his administration, aka the dictatorship. Yeah. Porgy 7177. Shouts out to Porgy out there. 7177. Shouts out to how do you pronounce that? I'm just gonna spell it out, okay? CHELECHE. It's like Teshelly. I'm sorry if that is not your name. I try to give you some shots out, try to give you some points for being here in the chat room, because if it wasn't for you all, this wouldn't be happening. So we appreciate you. And if this is your first time watching this channel, chiming in, smash the subscribe button, okay? Smash, like, and share. Yeah, all three. Subscribe, like, share, smash, okay? Yeah. Do you all think that we're going into another war? Like I said, China already told them it's going down. Donald Trump says that if the United States, meaning he and his administration, don't go over there and take Greenland, He said that China would do it or Russia would do it, and they would have those resources, and we'll be left out. That's what he said. Okay? So he's saying we're going to take it. Just like that. On national TV, on social media, behind closed doors, those cameras, the information and the videos that they allowed us to see when he said that we're just going to take it. Damn. What do y'all think about that? Do you think he's wrong for that? Do you think that he is committing a crime? Do you think he's just being a bully? Do you think he's being a gangster? I mean, they're all gangsters. They're all gangsters. But do you think he's trying to be the gangsters of gangsters? Do you think that Donald Trump is trying to be the gangster of gangsters? Or do you think he's just doing what the 12, 13 families are telling him to do? Like those Olympians, But he say that, is his own thinking, on his own will, on his own accord. And seeing that he has the power to do so, that's what he's going to do, whether the United States citizens and people who help run this country, he don't care what they say. That's what he's going to do. Now, that general, they might be in some trouble, but they generals, so they got juice, lots of juice. Maybe they trying to strategically plan this out. Maybe they trying to help him out to make him not look so bad. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think he would be a success? Do you think Donald Trump would be a success in a hostile takeover of Greenland? Now, he says that he don't want to be neighbors with China or Russia, right? But did he not want to build a bridge from Alaska to Russia at one point? I'm just saying. Wouldn't that make them neighbors if he was willing to build a bridge that stretched from Alaska over there to whom he say he don't want as a neighbor? I mean, that's and who's going to pay for that? The American people, your tax dollars. In fact, Donald Trump bombed Iran for Israel. Wow. Yeah, that's true. Donald Trump bombed Iran for Israel. All of this money that is being spent in Israel and given to Israel, and the help that is given to Israel, we, the American citizens, need that help, Donald Trump. Even if the people didn't vote for you, they're still American citizens like you, and you are supposed to be representing all American citizens. And I think that your approval rate has just went down a whole lot. Do y'all think Donald Trump approval rate has went down? Down the drain, down the drain. Yeah. What else is he doing? If he didn't bomb Iran for Israel and he has taken money from the budget that was supposed to be for veterans and gave it to Israel, what's next? Donald Trump said that he was draining the swamp. And he is draining the swamp. See, I know that you all thought about, the bad politicians and everything, not realizing that he was the chief devil or the chief minion. You know, y'all didn't realize that. Y'all didn't realize that he was talking about draining you and spending your hard-earned money where you not know where it's going. Where you not know where it's going. Huh? People over here need help. Affordable housing. Barely scraping by with health care. Insurance premiums have went through the roof. Oh, battery's going low. I'll be right back. Damn. We may have to, damn. All right. I'm sorry, you all. This is where it's got to go. All right. We had to plug up and get some juice around here. Yeah. You know, I be using my phone all day, every day, you know. And my battery just goes because I be on it. And if I'm not on it, I have it running, you know. Or somebody else is using it, you know. Yeah, meaning me. Yeah, the other me. I be doing double time on this thing, okay? Yeah. But Donald Trump. Let me see what we got out there. Coal Messina. Because China doesn't own Greenland. Hell, the U.S. don't own Greenland either. The U.S. does not own Greenland. Coal Messina. Just like the U.S. did not own Venezuela, but they do now. And I say they and not we, because we ain't got nothing to do with that. And that's sad. You got all of these countries that really hates the U.S., hates the politics of the U.S., and the citizens of that country don't know that many U.S. citizens don't always agree with their policy. You know, a prime example of this would be the ISIS dude, okay? The leader of the ISIS, you know, who said that they're going to kill all Americans and Jews. Are you an American? You ain't did nothing to them, ISIS people. But they want to kill you. They don't even know your name, don't know your mama, don't know your daddy. But they want to kill you. All because of some political figure that you probably don't even agree with. You probably dislike to the core of your own being. Yet, they say they're coming to kill you. Them. You know, Trump can get on his doomsday plane. You know, they saw the doomsday plane flying over LAX there in Los Angeles, right? Why was it flying? Now, if I'm not mistaken, that flight, that plane, that doomsday plane really don't get used until, you know, it's really necessary. Is it really becoming necessary right now for Donald Trump to ride like that, to fly like that, you know, on that Airbus? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's on the Doomsday Airbus. And we, the citizens whom he say he represent, all of you MAGA lovers now, when they bomb this place, Donald Trump is going to be in a bunker somewhere. Donald Trump is going to be on his doomsday plane somewhere with his family. and you just may lose yours. We don't know where they're going to strike or how they're going to strike, but we know that we, you know, the little people here, the people that's working every day, the people that voted Donald Trump in, well, we don't have no protection. We have no protection. In fact, about it, when you see a great country like America use their military to start policing America, that should give you an inclination that dictatorship is right around the corner. I'm going to say that again. For those of you who didn't catch it, okay, when the military of a country start policing the country all over, where you see machine guns, people in camouflage uniforms, and tanks and trucks on every corner, you know that dictatorship is right around the corner. Not even the city state police can't help ICE. Some of them don't want to help ICE. Some National Guards did not want to be deployed to the city and states that they went to. Just like that young lady, what's her name? Becky Beckstrom or something like that. You know, the National Guard. I know I mispronounced her name, but I know her name is Becky something Strom, right? The 20-year-old girl, young lady, got killed over there in D.C. Yeah, following Trump orders, right? And who killed her? Somebody that the government had some ties with. Yeah, an immigrant. Well, he couldn't have been that much of an immigrant because he was supposed to be here. He had papers to be here. He worked with the CIA. Yeah, that dude. Yeah, that killed that girl, that National Guard. And she's dead because she was following orders. Damn. What do you all think about that? Seneo Phillips spreading false propaganda. What false propaganda am I spreading? What's her name again? Seneo Phillips. Yeah. She's got an orange S, okay, as an icon. She says that am I spreading false propaganda? Is that what you're saying? Greenland is a Denmark territory. You right, Porgy 7177. But Donald Trump told the Greenland people, okay, the Denmark people. Donald Trump told the Denmark people, hey, we friends and everything, all right? We cool, right? But hey, we need this over here, man. Now, you want to get down or do you want to lay down? That's your decision. We can do it the easy way or we can do it the hard way. But either way, it's going to be done. That's what Donald Trump told, those people in Denmark. How would you feel saying that we don't own nothing? Like, people that's watching, we don't own nothing, okay? People that watch TV, watch news, people that go to work every day, we don't own nothing. You got a house that you're paying for, you don't own it, okay? Now, I said that to say this, right? Just think if a man came to your door, to your house, and he said, you invite him in, he looks around, scope out your, joint and everything, and he says, I like your place, and I'm going to take it. It's mine now. How would you feel? Would that be a fight right away? Would you be intimidated because of the size of this person? Meaning the might that he has over you? Would you go upside his head? Would you, and He's in your house in front of your wife and your kids and everything. And he's taking your wife too. Ooh, damn. Damn. And this is what Donald Trump is doing when he goes in and invade these countries. He's not lying. It's been known that Greenland is a hotbed, yeah, for rare earth minerals. That's true. I'm not lying. That's 100. I'm not lying. I don't think he would have invaded Greenland, like you said, Russia and China. I'm worried about Guyana, its neighbors, Venezuela. All of these people are gangsters. What's there to worry about? But we have a lot to worry about because we're going to catch the tail end of this furious war that is about to kick off. And like I said, that Chinese man over there, see, y'all think that Chinese man playing. That Chinese man over there ain't playing. And he is for sure, most definitely confident that when the U.S. send one of their missiles in the air, that would be the last one that the U.S. sends. Y'all better check out that hydrogen bomb. And China is the only place on earth, in regards to a nation, that has a hydrogen bomb. Not to mention all the other weapons they got. I know the United States, they be talking tough. You know, Donald Trump talk tough. You know, and he's been pulling some gangster moves, okay? But it's somebody out there that's more gangster than he is. And I think that Chinese, if he keep calling that Chinese man bluff, yeah, prepare yourselves. Prepare to get bombed. Prepare to get bombed. While he is on his doomsday plane or in a bunker somewhere, prepare your family to get bombed. How do you do that, Mo? You better start digging you a bunker. You have all of these countries all over the world that has bunkers in some place for citizens to go. We don't have nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. And those bombs and those missiles don't have a name on it. It don't say go to apartment A. It don't say go to this complex. It don't say go to this home or that mansion over there. It don't say none of that. It just goes boom. All because of Donald Trump, the dictator of the U.S. Yeah, it's getting scary out here. It's getting real scary out here. Now, I know that they use fear and they control the media. Now, if they control the media, they're only telling you what they want you to know, whether they're telling you the truth or not. Okay? Whether they're telling you the truth or not, you have to use your common sense and connect the dots and stop being the sheep that's being led to the slaughterhouse. Because we, and I'm talking about we now, I ain't talking about the Donald Trump we, I'm talking about the we, the American citizens, the little people. We have to prepare for ourselves. We have to stop hating each other. Because Donald Trump hates a lot of American people. He don't care about us. He don't care about us. If you're a poor American citizen, Donald Trump don't care about you. I don't care what color you are. I don't care if you're white, black, Chinese, Guatemalan, Japanese, Mexican, you know, whatever your nationality is, and you're here in this country, your ethnic background, whatever skin color you look like, if you poor, Donald Trump does not care. And most of those MAGA lovers that's out there, like Canaan the Bible lover, he's probably an average everyday Joe Blow, goes to work, pay his taxes, don't own nothing. Maybe except his car and his cell phone and his clothes, but he ain't owning no property. No, he's just renting too, okay? And he's broke. Ain't that right, Canaan Bible lover? You broke? Mm-hmm. Like, many Americans are. Don't even have $1,000 in their bank account. And they work every day and have to wait 2 weeks to get paid. But they ain't got $1,000 in a bank account. I think we pay too much for rent. I think that our economy is so inflated, and all of the overspending that we do, that we don't think we do, all of that money, fills the pockets of the billionaires. If you go to other countries, they live like royalty, $300-400 a month. Anybody been outside the country besides me? Yeah, I was in Korea. I know exactly what I was talking about. I was in Japan. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Been over to London, England? Anybody out there been to any other country that has a different economy? Excuse me, let me get some water here. And by the way, if this is your first time chiming in, you all, we ask that you smash the subscribe button. Smash, like, and share. That's right. Agua. Yeah. Hey, we got some more people in the building. David Sterno, 4536. Shouts out to you, David. Shouts out to HTX Mag. No, he ain't wrong. Shouts out to you, HTX Mag. It's all chess game. That's what it is. SKK. But USA is already neighbors with Russia. Isn't Alaska next to... Exactly my point. Shouts out to SKK. That's what I'm saying. Donald Trump wanted to make a bridge from Alaska to Russia. But yeah, he says he don't want Russia to be his neighbor. Come on, man. This is chess. The same people that he say that let me get the start right, okay? The same people that your dictator, Donald Trump, says is your enemy, he's shaking their hand. Just like he shook the hand of the ISIS leader here at the White House. But he says that he wants to kill ISIS. Why did you invite him to the White House? That's just like when George Bush Jr. invited Osama bin Laden parents to the White House. And they were what? Al-Qaeda? I'm just... You understand the logic there? Do you understand the logic there? All of these people sleeping in the bed together, okay? They shaking hands, making deals, having dinners together. Having dinners together, but that's their enemy. So they eating with their enemy. Damn. Who does that? Who does that? Would you eat with your enemy? Would you be shaking hands with your enemies? Would you invite your enemy to your house? I'm just saying. Y'all think about that. Do you think Donald Trump is your friend? I mean, like, I got friends. I got God, good friends, and a good lady. I got God, good friends, and a good lady that make all of this happen. and you. Can't leave you all out. But in my personal life, that's what makes it happen. Yeah, I make it happen myself, of course. Yeah, you know. Just remember the gun. Maybe the gun can get us out from up under this rubbish that Donald Trump is leaving us in. And when I say gun, I'm talking about God, universe, and nature. God, universe, and nature. The gun. That's a powerful gun to be armed with. But we have been so destabilized as a society because we're all taught to hate someone because of the color of their skin. Raised in racism, raised in bigotry, raised in an evil society. But yet they say that we're all equal. If we all equal, why we can't get some of that pie, Donald Trump? Because Donald Trump is only sharing that pie with the billionaires. I'm just saying. Anybody got some free gas lately? Anybody went to the AutoZone or Walmart or what's that other auto parts store? Have you been anywhere and got some free oil lately? Nope. Have you went and got some free food? Yeah, probably from the food pantries. But all of this stealing and robbing and thieving and pillaging that this administration is doing in the name of we, okay, we ain't getting nothing. They getting it all. And we still left with homelessness. We're still left with people who's being evicted. We're still left with people who can't pay their bills. We're still left with people who can't find jobs. And that includes federal workers that Donald Trump got rid of. I'm just draining the swamp. Now, all of that money that he's saving from these federal employees and federal programs that he cut, where's that money going? It's not to pay off the debt, okay? Now, y'all can believe that if you want to. Where do you think the money is going? Visionary star. Don't hurt your head, Grandpa. All is well. Shouts out to Visionary Star. Shouts out to my people from Bangkok. Darsh Ansing. He is meeting with the 15 largest oil companies right now. That's right. ExxonMobil, Shell, BP, Conoco. Yeah, all of these people are going to be sitting at the table. All of these people are going to be sitting at the table to see how they are going to divide the pie and how the United States is going to continuously supply them with the oil that Venezuela, the Maduro guy, used to supply them with. This is going to cause a chain of events. It's going to cause a chain of events that many citizens of countries is not ready to deal with. Even here in the United States, even with all of the stealing that Donald Trump is doing, everything is still going sky up here. Now, if you don't think that I'm telling the truth, I want you to ask people, what are their health premiums like? Huh? Yeah, health insurance premiums. Ask them what their health insurance premiums are like since Donald Trump has been into office. Can anybody help me out? Y'all think I'm lying? You still think I'm lying out here? Hey, Anna, what you say? Greenlanders are full of citizens of Denmark, and that's right, Europe, overseas country. That's right. Uh, we got somebody out here named Thaw. THAW. I don't get the last of it. It's topping up the swamp. He's most definitely killing the swamp, okay? Draining the swamp like never before. And all of the swamping that he's doing is coming right out of your pockets. He's robbing you. Damn. Did I just say that? Let me ask you a question. Do you all think that Donald Trump is robbing the American citizens right now? Let me ask you another question. Do you think Donald Trump's interest is for the best interest for the American citizens? Do you think so? Yes or no? Press 1 if you think that Donald Trump has your best interest at hand. Anybody out there? He robbed my friend over $200,000 when he was still in corporate USA, and he ain't paid him either. Just like Donald Trump don't pay his workers. You have had people who have done construction jobs for Donald Trump, and Donald Trump ain't finished paying them people. See what I mean? So how can he be president? I guess if you have enough money, you can do anything you want. Especially when you got the families, like the Bilderbergs and Wahlbergs and, when you got all them people behind you and you got the Supreme Court in your pocket, you got the House in your pocket, you got Congress in your pocket, you have uneducated millions that are MAGA lovers that voted him into office. When you got all of that going on, who gonna stop you? Except God. Now, God ain't even stopping Trump right now. What? All of this is evil. Now, I'm not getting religious and anything like that, okay? But some people would say Donald Trump is fulfilling prophecy. If he is fulfilling prophecy, that means God is allowing him to do it, right? Would that be right? It's a question, okay? But I know one thing, the end is near. Where's democracy at? I guess democracy is still here, seeing that the root word of democracy is demon. And it's flourishing right before your very eyes. Yeah. If y'all didn't know that, the root word of democracy is demon. I'm just saying. Y'all think about that. We're being ruled by a demonic entity. We're being ruled by demons. We're being ruled by devils. If you don't take my word for it, just look at how your life is, going right now. Just look at how your life is going right now. If you think I'm lying, what president? Let me reconstruct that. Because you don't have to be a president. What person, what kind of person do you have to be to take food out of children's mouths? What type of person do you have to be that would help evict families so that children can stay in the street? What type of person is that? What type of characteristics or actions are those? Who possesses characteristics like that? I'm just saying, don't argue with me, man. Proof is in the pudding. If Donald Trump is not a demon or is not on demon time, why is he doing demonic works, okay? Anybody out there? Do you all feel the same way? Have you all asked yourself that question? Just came in, and first thing I hear is hydrogen bomb. Yeah, the hydrogen bomb. Who was that there? Uh, Eberandus. Eberandus. Shouts out to Eberandus 8949. Shouts out to Eberandus. Yeah, the hydrogen bomb. China, they got the hydrogen bomb. And like I said, that little Chinese man will use it. He will use it. You know, that Chinese man is trying to be cool over there, okay? He's really trying to be cool, especially seeing that America is in so much debt, trillions of dollars in debt to China. Now, if that little Chinese man over there says, dictator Donald Trump, I want all my money and I want it now. You know, we want our money now. Like J.G. Wentworth. You see? And Donald Trump want to play the man. You owe the man money, but you still trying to play him. And then you're not willing to, like, you know, hey, Mr. Chinese man, we can come over here and we can do some things. They don't even want to sit at the table with you. Could you imagine the countries that don't want to sit at the table with Donald Trump? Jesse Ventura said that the U.S. is becoming a third world country. Did anybody say that? Yeah, Jesse Ventura said that. I just find it outrageous that the American people have to suffer the way that they are, and they say that this is the richest country on earth. Do you think that the U.S. is the richest country on earth? I disagree with that. I highly disagree with that. Christopher Griffin. And it ain't going to be old school carpet bombs either. That's what's up. Shouts out to Christopher Griffin. Shouts out to you, Chris. Tommy, what's up? You're paranoid, bro. I ain't paranoid, man. What is this about dictatorship? Eberandus. Yeah, we're talking about Donald Trump, man. You're so right about a lot of people out here don't have common sense anymore. That went through the one. Yeah, common sense is not common anymore. Who said that there? Owen George. Shouts out to Owen George. If you're still out there, shouts out to you, Owen George. There is no common sense. Common sense has went out the window. Because we've been programmed. We've been programmed. We are under the spell right now. Yeah. We are under a spell right now. And it's a spell for your mind. Just think. People in power are the people who indoctrinate, right? Religion indoctrinates, right? Why couldn't we just live as people? Why couldn't we just have no borders? Why couldn't things just be as they are? Why can't everybody just, you have a lot of MAGA lovers. You have a lot of skinheads. You have a lot of KKK members, racist people, telling other people to go back where they came from. Why don't you all go back to where you came from? And we can all start from scratch. We can all start from scratch. But we don't even have the decency enough to do that to save humanity. Whew. See what I mean? Now, what people are we living under that don't want to save humanity? They only care about is not real. They only care about is not real. 100. Dear Mercer, shame the devil. Shots You've been in concentration camps. You've been in every same place they teach you, they don't tell you how to study the anatomy of your brain. Yeah, I got reconnected. I thought I was, getting cut off here, okay? We pay too much for every damn thing. That's right, Christopher, we do. Other countries pay half of what we pay, and they living good. All right? I've heard enough. That's what's up. Low is guy talking about logic. You don't show shit. You got a good sense of humor. I appreciate you, Anna. What did you just said about the battery is hilarious, okay? Wow. Guy. Everybody that's out there, okay? Because there's some people that's in the chat room. And unfortunately, it'd be a minute. I'd be on here all night sending shots out individually. Some people I get to, because they're interacting. Everybody seems to be interacting. So if I miss your name, I'm going to give you a shout out right now. Everybody that's out there, that's in the chat room, I want to say thank you and send a shout out to you. Now, if you want me to send you a special shout out, I would do that too. Just leave it in the chat section. I'll do that. And like I said, if this is your first time watching this channel, chiming in, we ask that you share, like, and subscribe. Share, like, and subscribe. It doesn't cost you one red penny, nor does it cost you 1 silver quarter, 1 silver dime or nickel, or a copper penny. Yes, don't cost you nothing. Press this button. But if you're feeling generous, we ask that you send a super smash, a super like, a super chat, a super thanks. And you can also join the memberships of this channel. You have gold memberships and you have silver memberships. But seeing that we are under a lot of hardship here, the best way to support this channel right now is by pressing the subscribe button. We're on our way to working to get 7,500 subscribers, you all. So do us that favor. We appreciate you. This guy's a loony, slave Democrat. I'm not a Democrat. Y'all talking about me? I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican. I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican. I am that I am. Aren't you? You better be if you're not. You better be that you are versus one of those people. Democrat or Republican. They even got family members fighting over what party they in. Democrat or Republican. Your own family member don't even like you or have a disgruntled conversation with you because you're not in a party. And once again, you don't know these people. I'm saying the people who started the Republican Party. In fact, speaking about the Republican Party, did you all know that the Republican Party was established in the state of Wisconsin? Yeah, let me get a thumbs up for that one. Drop that in your Rolodex, okay? Yeah, Republicans was established first in the state of Wisconsin, which is right next door to Chicago. Just get on I-94. Yeah. Who else we got here? Jay Dragon, what it is. You are no different than anyone else. You live in the U.S. I know I do. I think somebody got me confused, okay? You're lacking a brain. He is smooth brain. That's right, Jay Dragon. That's what's up. I'm smooth brain. See that head? I'm a smooth brain. All right, y'all. Enough of the funnies, okay? But back to the real. Do you think that Donald Trump is going to get American citizens involved in something that they not even safe no more? When was the last time America has been invaded by anyone? Could you imagine being invaded and somebody over here that's not from here, that's from a foreign land, that's telling you to go line up at the soup line? Did you hear what I said? But you know, America has been hit like they're going to get hit. A lot of people in this country, even Al Green. Do you all know Al Green? Al Green is one of those top Democrat politicians who is in the state of Texas, is begging the House to get rid of this man. Articles of impeachment is coming up. Even the representative Al Green, you know, that Democrat guy from Texas, he said not only is he afraid for American citizens, he said that he is afraid for his own life under the Trump administration. Can you fault that man? You cannot fault that man for feeling frightened under this regime. Yes, a regime. Exactly what it is. And ICE is the new Gestapo. Wow. Y'all think it's bad. Now, how many more years do we have with this guy? Well, we got like three more years, 2.5 years. How much time does this man have in office, okay? Somebody need to get him out of there, okay? Somebody need to get He don't care anyway. He's like, what, he's 80 years old, you know? Got all these different kind of colors on his hand, you know? Lying reports about his medical condition. Now, talk about false propaganda. Do you all think they telling the truth about Donald Trump health? Do you think that Donald Trump is on this campaign for war because he don't care? Is he on this campaign for war because he just may die soon? Because of his age and health, okay? I don't know about nobody, you know. Well, you know, there has been assassination attempts, okay? There has been assassination attempts. So they say. You know, so they say, allegedly. Do you think Donald Trump cares about you and your family and your children? Like I said, he know he already gonna get in trouble. And where is Congress at again, okay? Where is Congress at again? Is, according to what he said, he don't care about what Congress says. What do you all think about that? When you have a president who don't care what Congress says, who doesn't care what the U.S. Constitution says, don't care about your rights. He's showing you that with ICE, because it's just not illegal immigrants that's getting it. American citizens are getting it too. And they end up in those concentration camps, those detention centers as well. There's a whole host of list of people that's U.S. citizens, even those that have died. Okay? So ain't no false propaganda here. It's just time for you to do some critical thinking. You know, and everybody not going to be on the same team, and that's sad. Here it is. You have a man that is killing the economy of America. And some people say that they still support him. I don't understand that equation. I'm not the smartest person in the room, but I'm not the dumbest either. Okay? I'm not the dumbest either. But anyway, you all, just had to lay that out to you. And Russia, come on. Russia is his friend. Russia is his friend. He's giving the American people a sense of urgency, like this has to be done. And he wants you to connect with him. He wants you to connect with him. He wants to make your friends your enemies. He wants to do that. You understand? Because the very same people who he say that is your enemy, that is our enemy, he's having lunch and dinners with them and partying with them, going to social clubs, golfing. Golfing. Just think about those important people that you don't know about that's foreign to the U.S. game that be down there on this Florida's golf course that you don't know about. You don't know nothing about that man's private life. Well, we do. We know he's a criminal. We know he got how many felonies? We know that. And we know that he like taking other people's shit. We know that. We know that he don't like black people. We know that. We know that he is destroying the economy of America. We know that. We know that he's going to cause a war. We know that. And according to his own words, he's going to invade Greenland. Okay. So let him go over there by himself then and invade Greenland, okay? Let him go over there by himself. Just take his little scrawny old ass and go over there to Greenland by himself. Seeing that he don't have the support of the military, they have to obey him. See, they don't even have a choice. I guess they do have a choice. They can end up in Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, or Guantanamo Bay for disobeying an order to invade. Yeah, you get court-martial. You can spend the rest of your life in prison for that, right? Or seeing that you're a military soldier, they can get you for all type of stuff, desertion and everything. Being unpatriotic. May even end up calling you a spy. You never know what's going to happen to you with this administration. You don't know what's going to happen to you, your job, your family, your career, your house. You don't know what's going to happen to your bank account. Seeing that even the cops got access to your bank accounts now. Yeah. Cops have access to your bank account now when they pull you over and stop you. I told you that yesterday, okay? Get on that. It's called Palantir. Palantir software, Palantir app. Yeah. Too much control. Too much control, okay? Trump loves black people. Trump don't love no black people. You may like black people. Durham Tutton, you may like black people. Trump don't like black people. Now, I'm going to ask a survey, seeing that it came up in the chat room. For all of you that's still out there in the chat room who agrees that Trump likes black people, press 1. If you disagree and say that Trump don't like black people, press 2. Don't believe me. We're going to see what you all say. Okay? Trump's a legend. Hey, bro, you so wrong. How am I wrong? We got a 1 in the house. We got a 2 in the house. We got a 1 in the house. See, we're not even agreeing on that. You see? And like I said, this is what politics does. Politics takes away common sense. Politics take away common sense. It destroys families. Could you believe that? Politics can destroy your family, your friendships, your fellowshipping. Politics can do that for you. I appreciate you all out there. He loves black people all over and over again. Okay. This guy obviously ain't black. He's obviously not black, okay? I agree. I love though, bro. That's what's up. We love you too out here, man. I love everybody in the chat room. I love people in general. I don't care about your color. I care about how you treat me. However, there's a history now that I have to keep up front. But no, I don't have anything against people for the color of their skin, because of the color of their skin. That's what a fool would do. And seeing that, excuse me, and seeing that black people created all colors, okay? You wouldn't have a Chinese without black people. You wouldn't have the white man without black people. You wouldn't have the Arab or the Jew or none of that, or the red man or the brown man. You wouldn't have none of that without black people. Actual facts, not even up for debate, okay? Not even up for debate, okay? But this is not a black and white conversation. This is a humanity, a U.S. citizen conversation about the dictator, Donald Trump. And if you don't think that Donald Trump is a dictator, he thinks so. He thinks so. Okay. I honestly don't think Trump dislikes black people. Okay. You're entitled to your opinion, and I respect your opinion. I respect that. But his record says otherwise. Now, if you can argue with his record and what he did and is continuously doing, you know, let me know. Let me know what I'm missing, okay? Let me know what I'm missing. Can anybody help me? Because I don't think I'm missing nothing. Not about this cat. I don't think I'm missing nothing about Donald Trump. Hey, it's me again. Hey, Canaan Bible Lover, what's up? Canaan Bible Lover in the building, you all. Canaan Bible Lover is a Trump lover. He's a Trump supporter, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't care if you are on the left wing or on the right wing. I don't care. Just be right in what you do and how you treat people. And it seems to me that those people on the right side of the board, you know, those right wingers, they seem to cannot be righteous. They seem to cannot get it right for everybody. Why does it just have to be for a certain section of a people? We all have to coexist here. Okay? And many of us are immigrants to this country. Because this country here, some white man came to take this country shit, okay? Yeah, because they came from Europe over here. And they took the U.S. shit, okay? Just like Donald Trump took the Venezuelan shit. And he's going over there to Greenland. Let him go by himself. He says that what we? Those soldiers don't want to go over there and do that. So let him go by himself. Seeing that he's going to invade, let's see him invaded by himself. Okay? Let's see him invaded by himself. Sad but true, you all. Sad but true. You know, what we got out there? Ricky Mathis, a warrior might not always win, but the warriors always fight. Yeah. And in this case, it's the little people. Because I bet Donald Trump, ain't nobody in Donald Trump family ever been in the military. I guarantee you that. Not his immediate family that we know right now. I don't know what his great-grandfather did over there in Germany, But that wasn't here. Okay. I don't think any one of Donald Trump's children have been in the military. You understand? I'm just saying. And these military men and women of this country die and fight for a person that they don't even know personally. They turn their power over for a paycheck and to travel the world. That's what the soldiers of this country do. They travel the world. They're underpaid. And they fight when the president says fight, whether he's right or wrong. I'm just saying. I just think it's a bad time right now to be in the military. However, many people go into the military because there's nothing in the city and state and where they're at for them to be successful in, or, yeah. Ask those servicemen out there, ask them veterans on the street that y'all find homeless and everything. You can ask me right here. I'm a veteran. That's right. And he robbing me. Why can't I get, can I even, can I get 50,000? Can I get 5,000? Can I just get a 5,000 check? $5,000 check? All veterans, not just saying that it's a we thing, you know what I'm saying? Because he keeps saying we, but it ain't no we, it's he. It's no we, it's he. Okay? We ain't getting nothing. I'm not starving in the street. Luckily, okay? By the grace of God, I got a place to stay, okay? I got a little raggedy car out there, I'm just saying. I'm not complaining about the country. Let's get that straight. I'm not complaining about the country. However, I do think that people need to take a deeper look at who's running the country. You see. Yeah, this is a great country. I've been all over this place. Travel all over this place. And if you are into traveling, go over to my other channel, MOPOWERZ. Go travel with me to the Georgia Guidestones. Go travel with me to Ruby Red Mountain. Go travel with me to the Mopop Museum. Go travel with me to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Go travel with me to the Garden of 1,000 Buddhas. Go travel with me to Extraterrestrial Highway in Nevada. Go travel with me to a whole lot of places like the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, or the Black Holocaust Museum in Milwaukee, or the ley lines in Washington State, Langley, yes. Hang out with me at the ley lines, or go to Sedona with me at the ley lines. Go with me to, Myrtle Beach, Hilton Head. Yes, did all of that. And we'll continue to travel. We'll let you know when we get back from our next adventure, okay? And if you are into audiobook series, historical wise, we have audiobook series on that channel as well. MOPOWERZ, and get some meat on your head. Enhance your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding about history, about religion, about different cultures of people. For starters, we have the demonology of King James over there. We have As a Man Thinketh over there. We have the destruction of black civilization over there. We have From Babylon to Timbuktu over there. We have the fall of America over there. We have the message to the black man in America over there. We have Black Man of the Nile and his family over there. We got a whole lot over there. The miseducation of the Negro, the world's 16 crucified saviors, and a host of like another 900 videos over there. MOPOWERZ. all here on YOUTUBE, all one word, no space. And if you are into old school hip hop, gangster rap, spoken word, R&B, independent movies, Chicago style, Chicago street clips, go over to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space here on YOUTUBE. And you can find the likes of Twister, Shauna, Psychodrama, Triple Darkness, Do or Die, Diane Corder, Reggie Reg, Dion Cole, Daryl Banks, Shari, Mecca, Affiliated Fellas, Official Business, The Nomads, Mano, High Pilot. Get yourself over there. N.A., Ant Dub, Raw Dog, Illa Flows. We got a lot of stuff over there. Get yourself over there. Killer Bloodline, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. And the fourth channel, I'm still working on that. I have removed the videos from that channel. So tomorrow, I will have more videos on that channel. It's called Kung Fu Genius Space Kick-Ass right now. I just may change the name of that channel and put something else up there, seeing that I had problems uploading YouTube with over, I don't know, how many martial art movies do I have back there? Over 300. I don't have to use YouTube for martial arts. I've been collecting them all my life. But there is some martial art movies that I don't have that YouTube have. One day we'll show them all to you. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe that'll be live on that channel. But needless to say, you all, we want to say thank you for being here, okay? We want to thank you all. Shouts out to everybody out there. Once we have equal rights for all, universal health care for all Americans, and lessen the taxes of average Americans while making wealthy pay their fair share, then this country might be great. I agree with you. I agree with you. Donald Trump says that he's going to make America great again. Let's see how great he makes it. Thanks for viewing, you all. It's your host with the most, Mo on THEMOSHOW Chicago, where the execution of knowledge is POWER, but you have to apply it. And on your way out the door, make sure that you press the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE. And press those condiments, like I said, the like and the share. And we want you to share this information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. What's hold on? What you got? Canaan Bible lover, what you got? Hold on, listen. What you got? Hold on, I have a question. What's your question, bro? Yeah, we're waiting on a Canaan Bible lover question. Anybody out there else got some questions? Anybody out there got some suggestions or topics that you all may want me to discuss in future live videos? Anybody out there? Yeah. This is an open line, okay? An open line of requests, an open line of information, an open line of agree and disagree. What you got out there? What you got out there, K9 Bible lover? What's your question? By the way, hey, what city and state are you from? Do you rather like 2025 or 2026? And can you come to Stapleton, Alabama? Hell no. I'm not coming to no Alabama. Do you know what they do to them black men down there in Alabama? Oh, no. Can't do that. Now, I used to be out there in Montgomery out there. No, Birmingham. I used to be on Birmingham. They got a street called Augusta out there, right? In Birmingham. I have a friend out there by the name of Christopher Ware that I was in the military with. That's my guy. He's from Alabama. In fact about it, when I was in Louisiana, I was in New Orleans, and I drove to Mobile, Alabama. And yeah, Mobile, Alabama is, man, it's rough there, man. It's rough there. Hell, my grandmama from Alabama, and she never wants to go back, and she ain't never been back since she left in the 40s. Yeah, so no, y'all can keep Alabama, okay? I don't want no parts of Alabama. But what's going on down there in Stapleton, man? What is Stapleton like, you know? Because I know those cops down there been putting all of them drugs on them young black men down there, giving them football numbers, okay? And this was all over the country with the Justice Department and everything. Alabama is not a place for a black man in America to go if you're not from there, okay? And if you live there, you may want to leave Alabama, seeing that the laws in Alabama are most definitely racist, okay? The laws. And don't go in the courtroom thinking you're going to win anything, okay? I'm just saying, Alabama is a rough place. I'm a city type of dude. You know, we city type of people are more universal. That's right. We city people are like more universal than a lot of people that's from the South. And I don't care what color you are, but there are some things that people in the South know about that people in the city don't know about. And that's farming. How to grow your own food. Now, a lot of black people came from the South to the North. We know that. Some escaped from slavery and all of that stuff. We know that. But to say, I want to go down to Stapleton, Alabama in 2026, hell no. We say no. You know, like Nancy Reagan said, just say no. And we just say no. Now, if you want to meet up somewhere in between, maybe we can do that, okay? If you want to meet me halfway, Canaan Bible level, we can do that, man. Just don't go and Bay Minette. I ain't trying to go nowhere down there, you know. Now, when I did go down there to Mobile, though, Alabama, I went down there. They have these old military helicopters, old military. They got a fleet out there. One of those fleets, you know what I'm talking about? Well, you can go there, you know, it's like a tourist place. Yeah, right down there, you know, Alabama, right by Mobile. You know exactly what I'm talking about there, Canaan Bible lover. And hunting and fishing. Well, I ain't going fishing or hunting in Alabama. Now, if you from Alabama, that's a different thing. You know about those sticks of the woods. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about no sticks in the woods in no Alabama. But if you want to come to Chicago, we can take you fishing. If you want to go hunting, we can take you to Wisconsin. Okay? But I myself, I ain't going out there with all them crazy people that's hunting. I just may end up being the prey that they won't eat. Just leave me out there for dead. You get it? Yeah, you know. Go out there hunting and end up being the hunted, you know. Even if you got that orange jacket on, okay? Just got the wrong skin color. Oops, I made a mistake. That's all. And you didn't, you know, you laying on the ground, bleeding to death, you know. Even a deer out there feeling sorry for you, okay? I'm just saying. Simon, what's going on? I have been to the state a long time ago, but I would never want to go back. There, I am scared of white people. At the same time, I'm scared of my own people. Damn. Wow. Simon, that's heavy. That's real talk right there. Did you all hear what Simon just said? Shouts out to Simon out there right now. Shouts out to Simon. Simon said that he is scared of white people and he is scared of his own people. Damn. Now that's kind of a double life, isn't it? That's a damn shame that you would have to be scared of your own people. You know about them other folks. They got a history of doing bad. But when you can't trust your own people or feel safe where you live at, that's a problem. And I don't care where you live at in America. If you live in the hood, you got your own people that you're scared of, and you got to deal with them. You go outside your hood, and you move to the suburbs, now you got to deal with racist white folks. You got to deal with a crazy Karen or a crazy Ken. And you're still spending more money. But either way, it seems to me that if you are a black man in America or a black woman in America or a black child in America, you're hated just by being who you are. Black people hate you because they hate themselves. A lot of black people hate themselves. Now that's what I call a black racist. That's what I call a black racist. A black man or a woman who hate themselves. It's so sad when I be in a grocery store. Yeah, when I be in a grocery store because I shop for myself. You know? Or I'm in a department store and I see black people who look like me. And I say, hey, how you doing? They don't say nothing back. That's sad. And that's scary. Because you can be in trouble. And you may need some assistance at that moment. And the very same person who you respected and was kind and nice to and say, hey, how you doing? They won't even help you. If they didn't talk to you, if they didn't reply to you and said hi back, there's no way that they're going to help you. And that's sad. That's sad. Are all white people bad? No. I have white friends. I have friends in all walks of life. Did you hear me? I have friends in all walks of life. That's one thing that was instilled in me as a child through my rearing and through Elijah Muhammad. Yeah, at one point I was in FOI and I'm still tight with the brothers and everything. Yeah. God, good friends, good woman. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who hates a person for the color of their skin is a fool. And black people are racist toward their own selves. Black people are the biggest hindrance to their own selves. We know that you have some white people out here that's color crazy, that's cuckoo in the head, that don't like the black man or woman, and that's how they were reared. Sad that you were reared that way. But let me pull you up to date about something. In this day and age, 2026, and I want you all to hear me real good. If you are a white man or a white woman, I highly recommend that you find you some black friends. And if you are a black man and a black woman and you have no white friends, I highly recommend that you go get you some white friends. See, when you're able to bridge the gap between people and you're able to explain to them and remind them that we're all human, that we all bleed red, that we all eat, that we all have 2 legs, 2 eyeballs, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, and 1 mouth. And we got a booty hole for the feces, okay? So we all do the same thing. We all function the same way, and we all need food to live. But the world system, this democracy, aka under the skies of white supremacy, has us hating each other, has us living in different geographical areas, having us afraid to go to this grocery store over here, or go to this hospital over here, or go to the same school, or work at the same job. We all have been lied to. And if you all can bear the truth, which sometimes it hurts, according to history, in the past 6,000 years, in the past 6,000 years, the white man has been the number one rapist. He's been the number one murderer. He's been the number one criminal on the planet. That has nothing to do with me being racist. That's history. That's history. Not his story. Just do some research for yourself. And if you think that I'm lying right now, I'm going to go a step further and give you more proof by asking you this question. Who is the number one domestic terrorist in America? Somebody that looks like Donald Trump, right? That's not something I'm pulling out my backside either. Just Google it. AI it. All of the media outlets says it. All of the newspapers across the country says that. Even the police says that themselves. And they know this. I'm just saying. But we got on this because of racists, because black people racist. And my man in Alabama say, don't go down here to base something. And somebody say they just say never going back. But they have to be afraid of their own people and be afraid of white people. Damn. Where is God at in any of this? See how we've been tricked? You see how we've been lied to? Simon, okay. Peter, no fun, brother. Love Jesus. Can you promise me one thing? What's that? It's a big problem. Only Jesus loves me. Only Jesus know me. After 2 years in the United States. You're right. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room. We got Kismet. We got Monta. We got Peter. We got Dale C. What's up? Oh, there I go. I got sound now. I got sound now. Yeah, we got sound now. I guess I hit the mute button. Okay. Yeah, we down here in the basement, you all. We down here in the basement. That's right. You saw my basement carpet. Okay. That's right. You saw my basement phone. Yeah, we got a TV down here too. We got lamps, Got 2 couches in the crib. One upstairs, one downstairs. Yeah. But we all thank you for being here. We want to thank you all for being here. All right, all right, all right. Anybody else? Anybody else got any questions? Anybody got a request of a topic that they may want me to discuss? We have an open door here. It's about what we want to talk about. It's about what we want to talk about. See, there's a we here because we're interacting. We don't interact with Trump, okay? We don't interact on any of his decisions. None. Just think if we had the juice to interact with him and making some of his decisions, don't you think that his administration would be a little bit better? I do. I think that the country will probably be a little more at rest and a little more at peace, because you all say power to the people, right? But the people ain't got no power. The people are barely making it paycheck to paycheck. What a democracy we live in. The rich gets richer and the poor gets poor. Hey, Ray, what's going on, man? Ray Z1. Wow, Ray Z 12 able. Okay, Ray Z. Shouts out to Ray Z and to everybody out there. Hell, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you all. So that means it's 4 a.m. in New York right now. We are in Central Time right here in Chicago. And it's time to relax, have another sip of water. Watch me some Kung Fu. Yeah. Watch me some Kung Fu and eat on some watermelon or grapes, okay? Until the TV starts watching me. But until then, you all, we'll see you all tomorrow. We got plenty of uploads that's coming up. We got plenty more lives that's coming up on all channels. This channel, MOPOWERZ, THEMOSHOW Classics, and Kung Fu Genius, and or the new name of the channel, which I will inform you of by tomorrow, because I plan to have more material up there tomorrow. Thank you all for being here. Peace out. Never give up on your DREAMS. That's right. Never give up on your DREAMS. That's my time. Thanks for viewing, you all. Have a fantastic night. Thank you for being here. Peace out.